Good afternoon, Lions. How you doing? Great. Good. Well, first things first, we always teach our clients that when somebody does something nice for you, you should stop and thank them. So I want to thank a gentleman and this club here. I have a legendary blind mud runner who this past June lost over 50 pounds. I now call him Slim Jim. And he ran an obstacle course at Camp Pendleton Marine Base, hoorah. And he went through 6.2 miles, climbing over a 4-foot wall, 6-foot wall, tunnel crawl, crawling under flags, and a serious river crossing blindfolded, and supporting disabled Americans and our troops. And so on behalf of BLINDSTART of America, I'd like to thank your Vice President here, Mr. James Watson, for your visionary leadership and service. Thank you, James. As a gift to you, my friend, my brother, I actually have signed a book here of Stepping Stones to Success for you, and this is for you, my friend. Very good. Right. Thank you, James. Thank you. Not only to James, but also he came to you earlier this year, and I thank you, Lions Club, for supporting our blind mud run, because those funds are going towards our 50-50 home promise plan that is increasing gainful work employment and home ownership and rentership for the blind community. And this is really serving a lot of our disabled Americans and troops. And so what I wanted to do is to share with you why we started BLINDSTART of America. You know, I myself have been visually impaired close to 20 years now. If you can imagine, back in 1991, I was only 20, 21 years old, and I was on top of the world. I had just graduated from Whitney High School here in Cerritos, and I was at my dream school, UCLA, and man, I was just on top of the world when all of a sudden the eye disease, glaucoma, started to attack my eyes, leaving me blind for the rest of my life. I would undergo 15 eye surgeries in the next 20 years, and I'm still having challenges with my eyes today. Just to share with you what I can and can't see. In my left eye, I'm completely blind. I can barely see some light shadows coming in perception a little bit there. My right eye is my blessed eye. I have a large visual field, but I see more of an outline and colors rather than detail. So I'd love to meet you today or in the future, so please come up and see me. You know, James always does a great job. He says, "Hi, Brian, it's me, James," and I really appreciate that. So I'd love to meet you at the end of this meeting here. I know Helen Keller is a very important part of Lions, and that is probably one of the main reasons that I wanted to give back and start our 501c3 nonprofit organization. One of my favorite quotes from her is when she was asked, "What is worse than being blind?" And her response, "To be sighted without vision." And so I ask you, what is vision? Is it merely the ability to physically see the big I, the big E in an eye chart, or is it something greater and grander? The ability to see the big picture of life. And so whether sighted or non-sighted, it's so important that we have the vision. And I want to share that vision and cause of BLINDSTART of America. We're known as BLINDSTART. What we want to do, ultimately, is our flagship program, which is called our 50-50 Home Promise Plan, and we actually distributed a flyer to all of you here. And this is one of the main fundraisers that we have throughout the year that James really supported with us, and we ask for your support as well. What this is doing is going to shatter these negative percentages that really got us started here. As I was doing a lot of speaking for blind organizations such as the Braille Institute and Junior Blind of America, I met so many, friends and families from the entire community, and I saw how challenging it can be. And so what I learned was so alarming to me that I said, we have to do something about this. We have to fix this. And as you heard on that CNN interview, less than 1% of all disabled Americans ever owns a home. So that American dream is dead. And that is directly tied to gainful work employment. So did you know that of the employment age population that are blind or visually impaired, less than 19% are gainfully employed? And so we vow to shatter those percentages and make the American dream a reality for disabled Americans and our troops. We have 3 vows that we vow to achieve. A, E, I. A is awareness. We have to bring awareness to the entire community. All right, and we do that through our niche visionary experiences blindfolded. James participated in the Blind Mud Run. We also have the first blind and blindfolded dragon boat race team. We do that every summer. We'd love to have you come paddle with us. We've been able to bring a lot of community leaders such as yourselves, city, business, media leaders, even Tracy Young from CNN. She is going to be paddling with us this summer. So we'd love to have you come paddle with us as well. CNN will be covering our story. So we also have dinners in the dark, lunches in the dark. So if you ever want to have a lunch in the dark experience, I'd love to come back and take you through that experience as well. Yes. And so from that awareness, once we have the community together, we can educate. And we can really then empower each person to do something, and ultimately to raise funds, to really share the 3 T's that are so important, to share your time as you're all doing as volunteers, to share your talents. You know, each of us has a gift, and if we can help give that gift to make this world a better place, let's do it. And then, of course, our treasures. You know, we're 100% volunteers at BLINDSTART of America. I come here asking for your help because what we want to do today is ask the Bellflower Noon Lions Club to help us with a scholarship fund. I gave James our request because we have some amazing stories. I wanted to share 2 quick stories with you about 2 of our clients. Tiffany Johnson, she was born premature and almost died, you know, basically when she was born. And I'm just so proud of her. I knew her from the Junior Blind of America, where she was an aspiring college student. But because of her family background, they did not have the finances. She was struggling in school a little bit. But with the right support system from BLINDSTART of America, we also got some other mentors to work with her as well. We're very proud that we were able to offer her a scholarship and help her to start college because she wants to be a lawyer. And so that's just been a blessing to her heart. And she also has been in our Blind Mud Run, our Dragon Boat Race, everything. We also have a gentleman named Darrell Johnson. If we had more time, I would have played for you a taste of the Blind Mud Run documentary trailer. You would have saw this big Marine. He's our drill instructor. He lost his sight in battle serving our country. And so it's these types of clients that BLINDSTART of America is helping to help provide them with the support so that way they can get the education, they can get the training, they can get a path to help them with more of a, you know, a career and leadership path and home ownership path. So this program here is key. It's called our 50-50 Home Promise Plan. What we are doing is identifying 50 qualified disabled Americans and pairing them with 50 qualified employers that are proactively hiring persons with disabilities. And then in 50 months, we're going to help put them on that career track, which is also going to help them with that home ownership and rentership path. So we actually have a committee now that meets every week. If you're interested in being a part of that committee, please contact me. All of our information is on here at our website, www.blindstart.org. And we love to collaborate with you and really make a difference. Lastly, is not only can you help us as a club, but we also, you can help us individually today as well. 100% of any proceeds that are donated today will go towards our scholarship fund and our 50-50 Home Promise Plan. And so I brought some extra books of Stepping Stones to Success. I'll be happy to sign that for you. In here, I share my story. It's called From Blind Start to Limitless Vision. And it talks about the story here. I'd love to share that story with you. Lastly, we talked about musicians, and BLINDSTART America represents disabled performers. And we want to create new job opportunities. So I'd love to bring this group to perform for you here at the Lions Club. But this group is called Out of Sight. They're an a cappella blind trio. Cool. Yeah, they have performed from Vegas. They've been a major motion motion pictures. One of their biggest events was in front of 50,000 people live at the Harley-Davidson Love Ride just a couple of years ago. And they also have sung the national anthem at the world-famous Mud Run and our Long Beach Dragon Boat Festival as well. And so I'd love to bring them out here, but we have a CD here of Out of Sight and also the book. So if you'd like to make a donation to BLINDSTART of America, the book or the CD is only $20, and if you get both, it's only $30, and 100% of the proceeds go to our nonprofit organization. So if you're interested, please see me or my executive assistant, Francis, here. Wave Francis to everybody.
Yes.
And on that note, we want to make sure that you also have this flyer and that you please come and meet us, because I'd love to meet you, take a photo with you, and get a chance to talk about how we can collaborate to really make a difference. So on behalf of BLINDSTART of America, I thank you for your love, your generosity, support, and most importantly, your kindness. Because in the words of Mark Twain, kindness is the language that the deaf can hear and the blind can see.
Amen.
So thank you very much. Have a blessed day.